Excellent. Now, do we have the last speaker? Ah, you do. Okay, if you could come and set up. You weren't here earlier, but that's okay. If you can take your laptop away. Do we have a question? Fantastic.
Hi, thank you for your talk. It was very interesting. Do you think this could be used in real time? So you did it in the laboratory setting. How difficult would it be to implement it in a real-time setting?
Yes, this is a very good question. It can be used real time because our scenario is citing as a computerizing scenario. So we can connect our eyewear with our computer, and the computer provides the enough power supply, so it can be run on real time. Thank you. Thank you for your question.
Not sure why this is not displaying. Do you want to also put display mode? Okay. So our final paper is an ISWC note, which we're hoping will come up any moment. And it is from Japan, from the NTT Corporation. Excellent. And this is a shorter talk, 4 minutes.
Thank you for introduction. I'm Arinobu Niijima from NTT Corporation, and I will introduce learning effects and retention of electrical muscle stimulation in piano playing. And first, this is the motivation. Electrical muscle stimulation has been studied as a haptic interface to facilitate the learning of motor skills in sports and instrument playing. And most of the prior studies have only investigated the improvement of users' performance while using EMS. And compared to them, we investigate the learning effects and retention after using EMS. And we implemented an EMS-based system for playing tremolos with 2 hands. We apply EMS to the forearm muscles to induce wrist rotation for playing tremolos based on our previous study. And this method is based on the fact that experts effectively use wrist rotation when performing tremolos. And we conducted 2 user studies. In the first study, we evaluated the learning effects by dividing 24 beginners into 3 groups, practicing without EMS, with EMS on one hand, and with EMS on both hands. And we conducted pre-post test. In the pre-test, they played an octave tremolo with both hands for 1 minute at different tempos without EMS. And then they practiced the tremolo either with or without EMS for 10 minutes. And then they played the tremolo without EMS again. And we compared the performance of the pre-test and post-test. And we calculated the mean absolute error and standard deviation regarding the tempos obtained from data of electrical piano. And lower MAEs and SDs indicate more accurate tempo performance. The results showed MAEs and SDs decreased for each group after practice. And classical voice test and post hoc test with bone phenomenon correction showed a significant difference between the groups without EMS and with EMS on both hands. So these results indicate practicing with EMS on both hands was effective in learning to play two-handed tremolos. Then we conducted a follow-up study to determine if learning effects from EMS were maintained beyond 1 week of practice by dividing other 14 beginners into 2 groups without EMS and with EMS on both hands. And we conducted pre-test and retention test. In the pre-test, they played the octave tremolo without EMS, and they practiced the tremolo with or without EMS for 10 minutes. And in the retention test, 1 week later, they played the tremolo without EMS. And note that there was no tremolo practice between the pre-test and retention test. And the results showed MAEs and SDs decreased for each group in the retention test, and within group comparison, there were significant difference between the pre-test and retention test for both groups, but between group comparison, there was no significant differences. But we presume that this is not a negative result for EMS, as both groups exhibited improved rhythm accuracy. And the results showed MAEs and SDs decreased for each group in the retention test, and within group comparison, there was no significant differences. But we presume that this is not a negative result for EMS, as both groups exhibited improved rhythm accuracy. And this is conclusion. Study 1 shows EMS training on both hands improved tempo accuracy compared to non-EMS training. And study 2 showed performance gains were retained after 1 week, but no significant difference between EMS and non-EMS groups. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, and that concludes all the presentations. If I could ask each of the authors to come up, and all the presenters and any other authors who are present to come up. Well, actually, yeah, got 7 chairs. But we can, you can have my chair. If you can pull the chairs to go right across, and maybe we can turn off the screen, please. And we'll need a microphone. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, anyone else who didn't get a chair there can bring up another one. Yep, we can spread. Can we please turn off the